Hello, good evening. Hello, good day, everybody. This is your host, Club After the Club, the Sports Report live right here in Leesburg, Virginia. That is today, ladies and gents. I will talk to you guys about the fact that the revival or FTR, that is, they have just debuted on AEW. That is last night. Talk to you guys about that for sure. Those FTR, they are all elite, by the way. So they have signed with AEW after their debut from last night. I'll tell you guys about the Basketball Hall of Fame retirement ceremony being moved to 2021 in the spring. I'll talk to you guys about the just the fact that Iron Mike Tyson got into Y2J and AEW. I will definitely get you guys into that for sure. I will say that. So, Conor McGregor accepting a fight with Anderson Spider Silva in Premier League, returning in June 17th. So, and many other news I'm going to have just for that. So, I'll get you guys started right now. I'm going to start things off with just the fact Iron Mike Tyson got into it. Y2J Chris Jericho at AEW last night, but he wasn't alone. He had Henry Cejudo, Vitor Belfort, Rashad Evans, and many of Iron Mike Tyson's entourage there. And Iron Mike Tyson confronted Chris Jericho last night on AEW during Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle's pep rally. And I gotta tell you, Iron Mike Tyson not in a brawl. Now this dates back to 10 years ago when Iron Mike Tyson punched Chris Jericho 10 years ago in WWE back in 2010. And Chris Jericho didn't forget. And Iron Mike Tyson, a little exclusive though, he says, I'm going to beat Chris Jericho's butt. That's what he said. He said it. That's what he said. So you can show the AEW exclusive of Iron Mike Tyson. He wants to beat up Chris Jericho for good. Now, that brawl ensued. I can tell you that right now. And there's about to be a brawl that ensued. Iron Mike Tyson pushed Chris Jericho. I remember the time that Iron Mike Tyson pushed Stone Cold Steve Austin back in 98. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Shawn Michaels back in 98 for the WWE title. Iron Mike Tyson punched HBK Shawn Michaels that time. Remember that? So basically, 2010, Iron Mike Tyson he punched Chris Jericho back in 2010. DX had a match with, Y2J Chris Jericho and Big Show, by the way. So, was a good match, I can tell you that. Chris Jericho did forget that time. He did not forget. I'd rather see Iron Mike Tyson destroy Y2J Chris Jericho. I'll tell you that for sure. So, Iron Mike Tyson debuting on AEW. He got into a Chris Jericho, by the way. So, this has been trending throughout these past 24 hours. I can tell you that right now. So I know he's returning to the boxing industry for sure. So what other big names do you want to see? You want to see maybe let's see, Chris Cyborg. You want to see Tyson Fury make a go at it like he did back in WWE. Want to see Conor McGregor? You want to see Floyd Mayweather? Who would you want to see? Or even Anderson Spider Silva? So, I Mike Tyson get into Chris Jericho. I mean, all hell broke loose. I mean, that brawl, and I can tell you that right now. And things got shippy though. So that's all I gotta say right there. So Iron Mike Tyson, that is, got into Chris Jericho, and then brawl ensued. And things got real ugly. I can tell you that right now. So those guys just enjoyed it. Well, that was must see, must watch. That's what it was right there. So say what you want, everybody, but Iron Mike Tyson's gonna beat Chris Jericho. He would destroy me. Iron Mike Tyson, he would definitely destroy Chris Jericho. Much like Iron Mike Tyson punched Chris Jericho back in 2010. I remember that for sure. Best one. That's the best thing I've heard all day. So make no mistake about that, everybody. Did disappoint. Another thing I want to get into, by the way, the Premier League is going to be returning June 17th due to this coronavirus issue, by the way. So that's exciting news. That is some exciting news right there, everybody. On that particular note, I will say for sure. So also the FA Cup's going to be coming. The FA Cup is going to take place August 8th. So this is pretty much surprise. This is now the Premier League soccer was indeed canceled due to this coronavirus issue. So it'll be Manchester City versus Arsenal, Aston Villa versus Sheffield United. First fixtures, 29 matches are going to be played. 90 games are going to continue on June 19th, preceding a full match round program. Games are going to take place behind closed doors. Matches can be held at neutral venues. It's very unclear for that for sure. So matches are going to take place without, and there's not going to be any fans, by the way. I'll tell you that, no fans. So fans are still going to watch it at home, I can tell you that. Basically, that's all there is to it, just for that, and hold of a process. So the FA Cup's, I told you guys the FA Cup's going to be completed with the final anticipated on August 8th, remaining Champions League and Europa League fixtures. So that's all you need to know for the soccer. So nothing more to it for that. Also, some other news that the Basketball Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony is going to move to 2021 in the spring, by the way, due to this coronavirus issue. Now, it was scheduled to take place somewhere like in the fall. That's not going to happen. So instead, it's going to be moved to 2021 in the spring. So that's, well, not so good. It's all due to this coronavirus issue. So not looking good there. And obviously things don't look good. So I can tell you that right now. They look good there. In other news I want to address, Conor McGregor accepted a fight with Anderson Spider Silva. But could it really happen, by the way? Could it really happen? That's something that's something that a lot of people, this is a fight that a lot of people are willing to see. I can tell you that right now. And the way I look at it, I think it's just safe to say that this is going to be a fight that a lot of people are going to want to see if it happens this year. So it's something that a lot of people are willing to get. And basically, it's something that's going to change history itself. So you never know if whether that fight's going to happen. Conor McGregor did accept the fight for Anderson Spider Silva. And basically, Anderson Silva says right here that he's got immense admiration for the great athlete Conor McGregor is, and I believe that super fight will go down in the history of the sport. Fans of the UFC and of this sport would like to watch this great spectacle. It will be fantastic to test my martial arts skill against him. So basically, I would love to see Conor McGregor versus Anderson Silva this year, I guess, at the very least, due to the coronavirus saga. But it may happen pretty much. If it happens in 2021, that was a big surprise. Now, it may not happen this year due to this coronavirus saga, but obviously, it should be interesting. I would love to see Conor McGregor versus Anderson Spider Silva, though, and so that's what I find that I love to see. So it'll be good. I will say that for sure. I will say that. So hope you guys enjoyed that fight. Gotta say for sure. So real interesting fight, I will say. Also, some other news. The Revival, they debuted on AEW last night. They attacked the Butcher and the Blade. And they confronted the Young Bucks. So FTR, by the way, guys, the Revival, they appeared on AEW. They have signed with AEW. Now, this is the biggest news in history. I would say that I told you guys, where Revival are going to sign. And now everyone's got their answer. They're in AEW now. So since the revival, they're in AEW. We've seen what's been going on with the Elite, and we've seen this on the being the Elite, the FTR. Now FTR has signed with AEW, and I'll tell you this: FTR or the Revival, former tag team champs, NXT tag team champs, Raw, SmackDown tag team champs. By the way, the Revival FTR, they may as well be the next AEW tag team champs. Now, folks, you say what you want about this, but somewhere down the road, that's gonna happen. Whether everybody likes it or not, it's gonna happen. So it is interesting to see whether or not if the Young Bucks versus FTR or the Rival could actually happen somewhere down the road. It may happen at Fyter Fest. I'm not sure. So I do look forward to seeing that match, and I look forward to seeing FTR get a AEW tag team title opportunity. I would love to see it for sure. I can tell you that right now. So that right there was something a lot of fans are surprised about, and that's something a lot of people are anticipating to see. So if you guys want to see Young Bucks versus FTR, fill up in the comment section. So big surprise to everybody. Also, I want to say happy birthday to the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins. So his birthday's today, everybody. Wish him a birthday, by the way. And also Seth Rollins, he's going to be hosting the 619 Rey Mysterio's retirement ceremony this Monday night. So basically, Seth Rollins was responsible for attacking Rey Mysterio, and he drove his eye towards that steel step. And Rey Mysterio has been out of action since that malicious attack by Seth Rollins. And Rey Mysterio's going to have a retirement ceremony this coming Monday night. And it seems like Rey Mysterio's career can be over. So make no mistake about that, guys. The end can be near for Rey Mysterio, and apparently it seems he's got nothing left. So that's something a lot of people are, really anticipating to see. I can tell you that right now. So obvious, safe to say that this will indeed change history, and that could, however, do a whole lot. I can tell you that right now. So that right there is a big surprise. Some other news I want to get this off my chest for sure, by the way, everybody. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be very upset. Many of you guys may have seen that footage from this past Monday, when 4 officers maliciously were responsible for attacking George Floyd, who was arrested in cuffs. And we've seen statements from Minnesota Wolves. I've seen statements from the Vikings, the Lynx, the Gophers. So I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to George Floyd's family members, all of his fans, all Minnesota, all their viewers, all the subscribers of this, heinous and tragic incident. And apparently, one white officer by name of Derek Chavin, that is, this was the white officer that kneeled on the handcuff George Floyd's neck. George Floyd says he couldn't breathe. He pleaded the officers to get off him. He couldn't breathe. And George Floyd stopped moving. And these 4 cops would be released for good. And I can tell you this right now. These 4 cops could be having arrest warrants awaiting them. They could be facing some serious charges. And not only that, they could also be on trial. And if they are found convicted, they're going to get jail time for good. So, folks, I understand that a lot of people are living right now, and the University of Minnesota Gophers, they're not going to use any local officers to assist at major events, including the Golden Gophers football games and any other sports events, after George Floyd was deceased by four Minnesota cops. I mean, look, it's safe to look. Obviously, guys, I know a lot of you guys are very upset. There's the athletes like Ken LeBron James, Titus O'Neil. There is, Cap, Donovan Mitchell, and many other athletes. They are ashamed of this. They are infuriated, for sure. And Cap, that is. Look, this coronavirus saga has done a lot of damage, for sure. It's done plenty of collateral damage. And then you got these cops that is going rogue, attacking black individuals, like Ahmaud Arbery. Well, that's a different. Well, I don't mean Ahmaud Arbery, by the way, but two white individuals. They were arrested and charged, and they're in jail, by the way. We've seen Trayvon Martin. We've seen, that at George Floyd. Look, this whole Black Lives Matter campaign. A lot of people want justice for George Floyd, and these cop killings on black individuals, white individuals going after black individuals, it's got to stop. Racism, guys, really, guys, it's all sorts of unacceptable. I'm extremely livid right now that this kind of situation would occur right in front of our very own eyes. And folks, I'm going to be perfectly clear on this, that these cop killings on these individuals attacking black individuals and saying stuff that shouldn't be said, it's got to dissolve. And this is what I'm referring to. This is exactly what I'm referring to. So if those four cops in Minnesota are indeed indicted, or if they are apprehended by any means necessary, and if they're convicted of this case over George Floyd's death toll, that is, they could get jail time for good, and there will be some repercussions waiting. Now they have been released, but there will be some heavy repercussions waiting for those cops. I can tell you that right now. And a lot of people, they were not having it all. They are not having it at all. So people, say what you want, guys, but I'll tell you this right now: there will be justice for George Floyd. There is going to be hell to pay for those cops. Look, even that for sure, and he's never done hating this out like this, which he is not. So basically, I'm not coming on national television and just simply say, my dad did all this or my dad did that. How's my dad going to feel about this? If he's sitting somewhere watching at home right now and he's seeing what transpired, what's going to tell everyone else? What's going to tell all his team out there, his workers? What's he going to tell them? And how's he going to feel? Look, seriously. If my dad that is were to be faced on scrutiny for no apparent reason, that wouldn't look good. He would not do something like this at all. He would not. Other cops from all over the country, they would indeed look. if they were no, seriously, that I mean, you would not see something. I know my dad's a cop for sure. By the way, I'll tell you that when they're in the police department, but he wouldn't be doing something like this. No, he would not. I know he's worried and sitting somewhere, disarray. But I'm, I'm just, people concerned. People are very concerned, and all these riots and all these protests. That is, look, guys, people. I know how you guys feel right now. I understand that you guys want just for George Floyd. I understand that you guys really want the opportunity to get justice for George Floyd and all these protests and riots going on. This won't get, look, guys. These four cops that were responsible for this massacre of George Floyd being deceased. I mean, Steven Jackson, he was worried as well. You got all these athletes in complete disarray. I mean, not just pro athletes, but all over the pro wrestling industry, all over NBA, NFL, NHL, NASCAR, even golf, even soccer, UFC, MMA. But really, people are livid. Fans are extremely in disarray. They're not having it. If these cops they get arrested and charged and they're indicted, it's over. It's over. So these cops are gonna have some serious repercussions awaiting them very soon. And if it happens this week or next week, trouble. Trouble for them. So it's safe to say that these Minnesota fans, they want justice on George Floyd. They want these cops arrested, charged, disciplined, and they want these four cops. That's what they're trying to get. That's what they're trying to get right there. So, folks, say what you want about that. So, if you guys get anything you want to address off of this big issue, please feel free to send it in the kind of address that. Tell me if you think these four cops should be disciplined, arrested, charged, indicted, and jailed in Minnesota. That is, by the way. So please, in the comment section, I'll definitely address and respond to that. I mean, it can't happen anymore. It cannot happen. I'm sorry, guys. So that's just something that I really had to get on my chest. So I don't want to be next. I do not want to be next. I just do not want to be next. And the Black Lives Matter campaign, people are about that. And it's just safe to say that these cop killings, it can't happen anymore. It cannot. So I hope for once that orders restored in Minnesota. I hope for once that there's justice somewhere down the road. There better be justice, because if there's not, well, it's over. So it's no secret that these four cops. I mean, even the Minnesota mayor is not pleased, and these four cops are charged, arrested, and if that ensues by this week, next week, and they're found guilty, or if they're convicted, they can get jail time for good. They're still secret, guys. Say what you want. It's out there. So that's what I'm gonna say right there. But that's what I got right there. So that's how it is, and that's just how it's gonna be. So, folks, I just want to get on my chest, and that's something that I'm pretty much not too pleased with. And please, guys, just avoid disaster, but please avoid disaster. I know 2020 has been a really rough year, and I know 2020 has been an absolute dumpster fire, which it has. This coronavirus saga, all these racism, it just pointless. Pointless. It really is. Never does. But I'm sorry, guys. So I just had to get that on my chest for just a minute. I know you guys are very upset and very PO'd right now. So I know you guys feel about that, but It's got to dissolve. It has to dissolve. So all I got to say right there, everybody. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do right there for the Clothing Herald Sports Board. Please be sure you all like subscribe to the Clothing Herald Sports Board YouTube channel, Facebook page, by all means necessary. Please be sure you send me your comments, your tweets, your reactions, your thoughts on Iron Mike Tyson shoving and getting into a brawl with Chris Jericho last on AEW. Send me your thoughts, your tweets about that. I will address response to that. That was from 10 years ago. I will say that for sure, everybody. Some of your thoughts, your tweets, your responses on the revival or the FTR, that is, debuting in AEW last night, attacking the Butcher and the Blade, and then confronting the Young Bucks. So let me know when it comes to what your reaction thoughts are. I will address response to that. Please be sure you send me your comments, tweets, your thoughts, your comments on Premier League returning in June 17th, by the way. So let me know about that, your comments. And there will be no fans, by the way, no fans. So that's all you got to know for now. Please be sure you send me your comments, tweets, your reactions of what by 4 cops that is saying couldn't breathe and all. Let me know if you think that those 4 cops should be indicted, charged, and they're convicted. Please send to me down below in the comment section. I'll address response to that. By the way, everybody, tell me what you also think about. Let's see, Conor McGregor accepting a fight with Anderson Spider Silva. Let me know if you think that fight's going to happen. When everything's cleared up, let me know if you think it's going to happen in 2012. Be happy to react and respond to that, by the way, everybody. And so also in your birthday wish out to the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins' birthday today, everybody. So wish him a birthday for sure, everybody, on that. So that's all you guys gotta know. I bet more breaking news, times, live updates, swimming, storylines, and a whole lot more in the Clothing Sports. All things sports related, everything you know. That's all I got, everybody. So that's all I gotta know. So take care, you guys. You guys have a good evening. Stay safe. Bye bye.